Sure.
All right, so it looks like it's on YouTube, but I don't see any picture yet. So now it's on YouTube. Is it on Twitch? Appears to be on Twitch. Let me just go to the channel view. And it doesn't appear to be dropping 100,000 frames. That's good. For remote duels, everything drops. Like I can't keep frames going.
Oh yeah, hands down. It just remote tools have it's such an awkward point.
What's going on, Ichigo? All right. Remote duels, everything drops. Chat's gonna be popping up here and there. Like I can't keep frames going. Gotta mute Twitch. And what else is happening? All right, this is like the worst day I could possibly have picked to do like a live stream version of this, just because like everybody's at the LCS right now, you know. Awful day for that.
That's fair. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, wasn't thinking about it. All right, I turned off my like certain things. Okay, we should be good to go. Forgot what I was doing. All right. Hello and welcome to the Legacy Crusaders YouTube channel. This is Benji, and today we are recording How to Prank Kids with Drew. Say what up, Drew.
How's it going?
All right, so Drew has shared his Prank Kids list. I know Drew from the Davinator1212 Discord server, where we have like a little gym challenge. It's kind of meant to simulate like Pokemon with the 8 gyms, and then you eventually like challenge the Elite Four and then become like world champion. So you play the Prank Kids gym generally. I don't think anybody else really plays it. Is that kind of the case, right?
Kind of, sort of. Kieran kind of plays it, and that's kind of it. A lot of people don't like Prank Kids as a deck, but I've been kind of fighting the last couple formats like, hey, ever since Meow Meow, this deck can do stuff. Let's let them have a chance. And then since they started topping events, I'm just saying, it's coincidence.
Alrighty. Just gonna pause for 2 seconds just because YouTube says YouTube is not receiving enough to maintain smooth video, and that people are going to experience buffering. So I'm just going to like
Prank Kids as a
and
deck,
figure out what the
but
problem
I've
is.
been kind of fighting the last. Sure.
Seems like it's working.
Saying it's.
It does seem a little bit behind, but it doesn't seem like the frame times are that off. I think I'm going to have to just continue and hope everything works out okay.
Alrighty.
All right, let's continue. So if anyone's not familiar with the series, I bring someone on who knows how to play a deck. We play a few games on Yugioh Pro, and I try and ask the questions that you, the audience, might have. We're actually recording this live, so if you're seeing the replay of this, you might see a chat box on the side, you might not. If you have questions, you can leave them in the chat. We'll be addressing them in between game steps and so on. But first, we'll do a quick card by card in case anyone would like to acquire this deck and they're not sure what a card is. I'll just name them all out loud. If you are interested, there is a TCGPlayer affiliate link down below you can use to purchase the cards and support the channel. We have 2 Skullmeister, 2 Droll Lockbird, 2 Prank Kids Roxies, 3 Prank Kids Lampsies, 3 Prank Kids Dropsies, 3 Prank Kids Fansies, an Instant Fusion, Harpy's Feather Duster, Terraforming, 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion, 1 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Called by the Grave, 3 Prank Kids Pandemonium, 1 Prank Kids Pranks, 3 Prank Kids Place, 3 Infinite Impermanence, 1 Gravedigger's Trap Hole, 1 Floodgate Trap Hole, 1 Prank Kids Plan, 3 There Can Be Only 1, 1 Red Reboot, and in the extra deck we're on 2 Prank Kids Battling Butler, 2 Rocket Ride, 1 Weather Washer. We have a Trap Tricks Rafflesia, 1 Rip Roar and Roaster, 1 Access Code Talker, 3 Dodo Doodle Doo, 1 Bow Wow Bark, 1 Verte Anaconda, and 3 Meow Meow Mew. In the side deck, we're on 2 Lancia, the 3rd Droll, the 2nd and 3rd Cosmic Cyclone, 3 Forbidden Droplet, 2 Dark Ruler No More, 1 Skill Drain, 2 Dimensional Barrier, and 2 Gnome Material. Drew, is there anything in your deck list that's worth addressing for the audience that they may or may not be used to seeing?
So, I guess the elephant in the room is, why are we playing cards like plan and why are we playing the trap holes? Um, this is my more focused going first list. I kind of use plan as a way to link summon if need be on opponent's turn to like kind of go into bow wow if I don't have the materials ready or I know like that I can play but like focus more on my floodgates, or I could just banish off Roxy's. The reason why the two trap holes is because Rafflesia is actually fairly easy to make in this deck, but it's also like either two Roxys or desperate plays, normal summon Skullmeister when you have Roxy's already on field. That's desperate play, but that's just how it is. Um Otherwise than that, we're not really running Ash because I just don't think Ash is that great. Trying to fit Gamma into the deck inside her main's kind of annoying, but it's matchups that are really poor, are really only Dino or like Shadal, Dogmatica. Otherwise than that, that's really what Skullmeister's for. But no, it's been a list I've been piloting for about 6-7 months. I am ever changing it. I'm ever adapting it. Yeah, no, that's really about it.
Okay. Gnome material is something I wasn't really seeing often. Thoughts on gnome?
So it's mostly if you know for a fact that they're a hard going first list and you kind of know the floodgates you play won't work against them. So you just put all the going second cards in. If you have gnome, you just completely stop them. And it's kind of actually beneficial more towards the mirror, if I could be honest. It just makes it so you know you can outgrind them. You can play through all their stuff and everything. Butler's not scary. Roaster's not scary for prank kids. So that's why I kind of like Gnome, mostly for the mirror.
All right, cool. All right, so we're going to get into a few games. Is there any particular combo that's worth showing off, like before we get into the games in the test hand feature?
There's a lot of different combos, but it's mostly just revolving around which prank kid you open up with and which line you go through. If you open the rock one first, anything's kind of fodder if you want to banish it. If you open a fire one first, you want to go fire, thunder, water, water. You want to go water, thunder, fire, and thunder. You want to go thunder, water, fire. Mostly in the sense of in case they Nibiru you, you have your grave loaded for the materials that Thunder Dragon Fusion will be live with, or like just kind of onwards and going towards what you want to summon. Um, it's kind of it's a little complicated to explain in hand, like looking at the deck list, but like actually showing, and like showing what they do, it's a little bit easier. We can just jump right into games if you want, and it's better explaining through there.
All right, sure, no problem. Just in case anyone was not clear, Butler is a thunder monster, so you can use Thunder Dragon Fusion to recur red, blue, and green to summon it. Also, green is a thunder, so you can search it, so Thunder Dragon Fusion can also be a starter, but not on the turn it's sent to the graveyard. All right, I think we covered like most of what we needed to cover before getting into the games. Let's get rolling.
Sure.
All right, we are hosting on EU competitive. See if we can get an opponent. If you're not watching on Twitch, consider watching on Twitch. I'm trying to become an affiliate. Looks like our first opponent is going to be Nursing. I assume we're going first.
Yep.
All right, let's roll. We opened a prank kit. That's full combo. What do we do?
So, in case they have Nibiru, what we want to do in this scenario is go with Lampsies first, the red one.
Cool. Sucker, you're going to get burned for 5.
So, if they have Ash Blossom, unfortunately, we're going to have to just kind of suck that up and have to be a little bit more conservative. But our main goal here is to at least get the water one on field.
Okay. That way we have access to the fusion?
Yes. So if they Ash Blossom here, we're a bit in trouble. The water one goes through. All right, cool. So yep, we want to put the lamp dropsies on field. And And now Doodle Do.
Now we're going to gain 1,000 life points, summon another one. How would
So
you
now we
chain
want
block
to
these?
do. We want Doodle first, Dropsy second, because we already have Fancies in hand.
I guess when Imperm goes back in, we might want to do it the other way, so we only lose to one hand trap and not two. Because I guess like you can Imperm this and Ash. Speaking of, well, I guess they didn't have Ash before.
I'm fine with that. Imperm the Doodle does not really phase us. So now we actually want to put Roxy's on the field. And the reason why now is because when we go into Bow Wow Bark, we can banish the green one from hand. Thunder Dragon Fusion will be live, and then
All right, so we're gonna banish Fancies, I guess. The draw
yeah,
and
if they
summon a new Fancies.
Nibiru here, that's fine. Yeah, we do want to summon Fancies.
Okay, so banish Fancies to draw, and then special Fancies.
All right. So since they hesitated and waited on that, they may have the Nibiru. So what I like to do in this scenario is to link summon again for Doodle. And the reason why we'd link summon again for Doodle's second effect, we're going to use Fancy's effect to send the Prank Kid fusion spell from deck to grave.
Okay.
And then we would want to summon Blue. So now what we want to do is activate Doodle. And we want to grab the fusion and the green one.
Lee.
Yeah. See, we're just kind of baiting everything out on that.
All right, so they didn't know we have a fusion live.
Yep. So now we have Thunder Dragon Fusion to activate. And we want to use, yep, does not matter which Butler. The Banished.
Banished Fansy, Graveyard Lampsy, and Graveyard Dropsy?
Yes, because if they have Nibiru, it will just give us a bigger token.
Okay. Attack, defense, does it matter?
We don't have the field spell, so we can't really beat over anything. So we could do defense just to dodge Lightning Storm just in case. Plus, doesn't matter, we're Raigeki anyway. And then yeah, we just kind of set Impermanence and set Cosmic. We did chew through a couple of their hand traps, so their resources aren't really that tellable or like predictable, but we're able to kind of play through this now.
Alrighty.
Desires.
Interesting setting it.
You gotta love it.
I had considered just cosmicing it because when people set a card in front of your card, it's usually a Mech Knight thing.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Now we're just playing off double Raigeki.
Is his effect only during their turn?
Yep. Oh, we're fine with this matchup. It's Numeron. We're perfectly fine with this.
Okay. No, what I was asking is if battling Butler, his effect can be used during both players' turn, only their turn.
Oh yeah, both players' turn. Both players' turn.
But Meow Meow has
but
some
on
sort
their
of effect,
turn,
right?
So their turn we can use Meow Meow. Our turn we just use Butler.
Huh. Thoughts?
Okay, so we could still win this. Ironically enough, we can actually activate the Continuous and just shuffle our resources back and try drawing the Feather Duster. It kind of doesn't really matter much because we just kind of we can end it for now. We could just pass turn on this only because we now shuffle stuff back and we want to shuffle stuff to the extra deck. We want to shuffle the Bark, the Fusion, or no, the Bark, Doodle. We want to shuffle those back.
And then we just don't decrease our odds of drawing Feather Duster?
Yep.
I mean, at some point we're going to be shuffling back main deck monsters, which means we're not going to be getting closer to drawing things. Oh. Maybe they thought they were destroying monsters?
No, we should be fine again. We should be fine.
Because we just Raigeki these guys, right?
Oh yeah, wholeheartedly. Second they all hit the field, just a goodbye.
Raigeki?
Yep, and then we want to activate it from the grave, so activate Miami's effect.
Miami does not activate, just so everyone's aware.
See, and the best part is, Butler. I knew that was gonna happen too.
All right. Thoughts on the
All
on the side deck? What were you saying about Butler?
Butler's actually not once per chain. You can chain a Butler on a Butler, and it's stupid if they negate or do anything along there. Okay, so genuinely, what we might want to do, because we know they're going to go first, I think Meister and Droll are not going to be that useful. We're going to want droplets, and we're going to want D-Barrier.
Well, that could be good.
Well, actually,
we might want Cosmic just to out the Mystic Mine.
Yeah.
Cosmic also outs the, what do you call it?
Called by we can take out too.
Alright, should we put in the third droplet?
Yeah. What I also kind of want to do, we can take out,
Oh, just as a random thing, he did summon one of the Numerons to the extra monster zone for no real reason. So, like, gnoming it could be useful. I'm not sure how useful that would be, but maybe he wants to make a link monster and then he can't go into one.
But if he does it in the main monster zone, then we're a little bit in trouble on there.
I agree, but he might be put in a position where he intended to make an Appaloosa for 4, but for whatever reason just messes up. Like, clearly he wants to use that zone. It's a stupid thing.
I think we keep it as is.
Okay.
I think we have the Cosmics everything. If we have to go to game 3, we'll just go hard on the back row.
Yeah.
If it makes us go first, then we just enjoy this.
All right. What's the game plan? Cool. We've now opened rock and drop.
So, in case there's gamma or anything, I want to do a different approach. I want to activate the fusion spell. No, the first. Yeah.
Got very confused
at
first.
The reason why. So we want to go rocket, and we want to use those two. Main monster. Yeah, main monster. And then we want to use both of the effects in grave with rocket effect on field.
So rocket's just going to lose 1,000, so it can attack directly.
Right, but now we also scout to see if they have anything that they need. We want to put the green and the red on field, so special on the green. We want to banish the continuous spell. Yeah, we want to banish pranks. All right, cool. And then go into fire because we've not used them yet. And now we do our standard climb on combos. With the green one, we link summon into Meow Meow. And then, we want to send in this place plan. You are correct. You were hovering over it. You're fine. And then special summon anyone from deck.
Reference?
Dropsies.
Alrighty.
And now we want to go into Doodle Doe with the fire one and the Meow Meow. And now Doodle Doe, Chainlink 1, Fire 1, Chainlink 2. Special summon. Roxy's.
There's not a big reasoning between these choices here, right?
No, and then we want the quick play fusion again.
Alrighty.
So now we want to link again into Bow Wow Bark using Dropsies and Doodle.
All right.
And now we want to link summon one more time into a second doodle.
Using?
Bow Wow Bark and Roxy's.
We're gonna end with 0 monsters, I guess.
Nope. We want to activate the doodle, adding the fansies and dropsies. We activate Rocket Ride, Bow Wow Bark, and Doodle Doe. Yep. All right, good. You know which one. We want to activate the fusion spell.
Thunder? Or this one? Okay.
That one. And make the butler here. And we want to link off into Rip Roaring Roaster. So that's our deal with mine. And if they do kill it somehow, genuinely, it does not matter. Because we have Thunder Dragon Fusion for next turn, double Raigeki. So this is our ideal board.
Okay. So we're passing
We
here?
used all of our resources. Yeah, we pass here.
Now
if they have Lava Golem, no. See, if they Nibiru'd, we have the Thunder Dragon Fusion in hand. But if they Lava Golem here, that's fine. Yeah, we kind of just let it do whatever. Yeah, if they Lava Golem here, we might be in trouble.
Hey, they Lava Golemed right here.
But now we get the effects of both cards. So Butler special summons any non fusion monster, and then Roaster adds a card. So we want a Butler Chainlink 1, Doodle Chain or Roaster Chainlink 2.
What should we summon with Butler?
We want to summon Bow Wow Bark.
All right. And then
Roaster, we add any card except a link from grave to hand. I just want to see what we have in grave. Okay, so we want to add the fusion spell. Yeah. I had a feeling they were going to try and go for Lava Golem.
Well, I mean, they win if they can still resolve network, right? Because they just attack into Golem a ton of times.
Right.
Is there anything we can do about our own Lava Golem being in attack mode? Because we might not be able to do anything.
No, unfortunately not. We should have fired off the Thunder Dragon Fusion, but I didn't want to preemptively do it in case they had Nibiru. It's fine. No, we want to keep it as is.
Draw 4.
Ugh.
Pot of Greed. Well, that should do it.
Yeah, that should be game.
Alright, I'm gonna just surrender. Unless you can think of some miraculous way we can win.
No, not with another removal.
Okay. So why don't we make them go first, and we do something else?
In that case, we have to try figuring out how to out Megaclops, which I'd take out the trap holes and put the Dark Rulers in, or D-Barriers, actually. I like the Dark Rulers a little better. I like Dark Rulers a little bit better, actually.
This is where I think the Gnome might come in, just because of the way they're playing their deck. They did it again, by the way.
Then yeah, we would want to. You know what? Actually, let's switch to Dark Rulers for Gnomes. Let's let Gnome shine a little bit.
Okay.
Because we have Droplets, we have Cosmics, we can still chew through everything. We can beat over everything, so it kind of doesn't matter.
All right. Ready, roll.
All right, and let's make them go first.
I would like to go second, please. See what you can do, Duelist. Well, we didn't open Gnome, so maybe they will get it.
Our draw card's going to be Gnome.
All right, we can OTK, right?
Oh, absolutely. So now we terraforming. We want to see if they have Ash.
Would they ash that? There's no reason to ever ash that in this matchup.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because you ash the field spell. In this matchup, you ash the field spell.
Why do you just assume that they? Because if you ash like the prank on the Meow, then don't they lose the game?
We want to add the green one.
Like I
But
would
here's the
only
thing,
ash
you
the
also
first.
want to.
I would only ash the first prank
Yeah,
monster.
you'd want to do that, but you also would want to make sure the field spell doesn't resolve and search in case they don't have it. So now what you'd want to do is you want to go Roxy's here. So normal summon Roxy's. And then link off into Meow Meow. The only thing we have to be wary of is Nibiru.
Is there anything we can do about that though?
We could banish the Cosmic Cyclone.
What if he just?
We plan on
I
killing
mean,
him this turn.
I guess that's irrelevant if we win the game, but he could.
Yeah.
All right, I was thinking. They play like that Battle Fader type monster, right? The Numeron Wall.
You know what? That's fair. Then Dropsies. Special summon. Lampsies.
All right.
I have an idea. Link again into Doodle Doe. Doodle Doe Chainlink 1, and then Lampsies Chainlink 2. Lampsies goes into Fansy, or the green one. Doodle searches the fusion spell again.
One for our turn, one for their turn, I guess. All right.
Well, it's not going to be a turn for them, but I have an idea. We're going to link summon into Bow Wow Bark. And we want to activate summoning
But what are we sending? Because the first time I did How to Prank Kids, like when it came out, this is where I kept screwing up. I kept thinking I was summoning, and I kept needing to send things, so I was screwing this part up.
So we want to send plan because it's kind of irrelevant what we send at this point because we're going to try and OTK them. If they have Nibiru, they have Nibiru. I'm not worried about their Battle Fader because we can do it. So we want to put the blue one on field. We want to put Dropsies.
All right.
And now we want to. Okay. Now what we want to do is fusion into Butler. Yeah, we want to fusion into Butler. And then we would want to Dropsies effect, Chainlink 1, and then do.
Would it make sense to do it later or not do it at all?
No, we might as well do it now.
This is going to give us 500 attack, right?
Right.
All right. And we use them all, right?
Yeah, we used them all.
It doesn't matter what we summon at this point, right?
Does not matter. So we can put Roxy's on field.
Okay. I assume we're going into the
we want to activate to continue a spell.
All right.
We want to
summon a token, make another doodle, and attack for a game.
So here's the issue with that. Oh wait, we haven't used Doodle's effect.
I don't recall. I don't think so.
Because
we're running low on time.
So the issue is I wanted to go into their Weather Washer, which is an Armades effect, which prevents the Battle Fader. But since we have the Cosmic, we should be okay to make a token, send a fusion, go to Doodle, and see if we can get lethal.
All right. Well, we only had one fusion, so I don't know how we were supposed to get into Weather Washer.
So yeah, Doodle. And then right under Bark.
And
let's see if they have it. We want to attack with Butler Verse.
Because I think we land the first attack against that guy if he
Right.
has it. I'm not even 100% sure he can... Oh, he scooped. All right, I wasn't
Oh,
sure if
cool.
he could use it without having network on field. I forget.
No, he can. He can. I think he can.
Yeah, hard to tell, at least at the moment. But yeah, I was pretty sure he could. Okay, well, we won versus Numeron. Well, they passed, and then we... So there is an OTK that we can do under the effects of Pandemonium. Because I know there's like also an OTK you can do where you just climb up through all the link monsters into access code, and like with a burn of like 500 off of the lamp seas is usually like up to game or something.
Yeah, so the reason why we weren't able to access code is primarily because when you activate a fusion spell, you are locked and you can't do anything. So
There. Considering the fusion spell is like a searchable, like I always thought it made more sense to maybe just play one of the searchable fusion spell and like two actual poly to make the same play, but without committing to the
it's a quick play.
all pranks.
It's a quick play and it's able to chain the stuff that tries to get rid of your stuff on field. That's the only reason why I play this over poly.
Okay. I thought it'd be cool to have options. But all right, let's get into another match. All right, hosting on EU competitive. Hello, Thought of Legend. Welcome. All right, so trying to play our second match in How to Prank Kids. We've been on for like 25 minutes, so we will try and get in another game or two. Rat How is our opponent. We are losing the dice roll. Oh, we're going first, and we opened Floodgates.
Oh, all right, terraforming. Terraforming is what we want to do.
But now they'll know what we're on. Do we lose if we get drolled?
That's fine. Droll actually doesn't do a lot in this matchup.
Okay.
We do want to activate place, so
I can hear the best cards for this matchup are Ash and Meister.
Roxy's, because we traditionally have another Prank Kid monster in hand, but I also have an idea I want to do.
All right.
We'll go normal summon Roxy's, link into Meow Meow, and banish the field spell in hand.
Don't have
Ash,
don't
Gamma,
have,
what you got?
I mean, they're going second odds,
Right.
or they have something.
Right.
Oy. I was just saying Meister's good.
And now we just set the 2 purple cards, and we wait till next turn.
You know what card I like, which I want to play specifically in pranks? It's Arch Nemesis Escados and the call Dragon in the Dragon matchup. Adignister. Oh, we have the God card.
Yeah, now we just activate that. We just activate there can only be one.
Rage quit, rage quit. They know they can't do anything through there can be only one in their all Cybers deck.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And if they try anything, we have flood or what's it called? Trap hole to just stop the parallel exceed from hand.
Oh man, I'm very excited for the scoop. I mean, do they have the out? Do they have like I mean, even if the out was like Lightning Storm, because they did choose to go second, they have a monster on field that is bigger than ours.
Mm-hmm. I love this part.
Yeah.
My favorite part is when they wait, like, wait a minute.
Well, while they're discussing, while they're trying to figure out why they still play Yu-Gi-Oh, why don't we discuss other things that we could do? What was the line of play we were going for?
So I wanted to make sure any hand trap they had could be baited out with Roxy's. The fact that we had there could only be one, and because unfortunately we did not have a fusion spell, now we have our field spell still live, and our Dropsies is able to actually go into Meow Meow rather than any other Prank Kid. And plus Roxy's isn't that crucial to the deck, so I'd rather it be out of the deck a lot quicker. Yeah, they knew. They knew.
Okay, so something tells me they might choose to go first this time. Any thoughts on this matchup? I don't really know what they do. Which is a first, because normally my role here is to account for unknown strange things, but I'm not completely aware.
I think, in my honest opinion, I think we take out the 2 trap holes and the red reboot and put in the Gnome and
Or we win by rage quit and we don't have to worry about it. But you were saying drop the trap holes in the red reboot and put in what cards were you thinking?
the Gnomes, the no material, because they are Cyber's focus deck, and if we just stop them and cut off their entire resource, they're like, what are they going to climb into and what are they going to fuse into?
Makes sense. All right, let's try and get another match. Can we get another game?
If you don't mind me asking, how you liking the deck so far? Is it complicated?
It's not that complicated. I did think the line where we actually managed to resolve like every prank hit effect, including the links and the fusions, was a lot, and I followed most of it. But you know, it was a little difficult to see exactly where you're going when you make doodle twice. You know.
So a lot of people don't try and do that. I just found it to be one of the things where it baits out something, and it also makes it so you're able to like kind of still force a play, because with your graveyard live with the doodles, because we only play the 2 instead of 3, we should be fine. Yep. You already knew what to do.
Well,
already knew what to do. Ashes.
I still don't think like a smart player should negate that card. So as far as I'm concerned,
then let's force the Ash. Let's force the Ash. Roxy's. All right. We're just gonna normal summon. Force the Ash, force the Meister, force anything. It does not matter for us.
What are we willing to banish?
Honestly, I kind of want to say the Droll. Because they're letting this resolve. And okay, Meister, cool. That's the better of the cards. All right. So now we go blue and start doing our climbs.
One moment. YouTube is saying something goofy.
It does not matter for us.
YouTube is saying that the audio stream's current bitrate is 0, which is lower than the recommended bitrate, but I seem to hear everything. It's weird. So just want to clarify. All right. What are we summoning? I'm sorry.
Blue.
Blue it is. Alrighty. Oh, cool. We replace one hand trap with another.
Yep. And now we go into Doodle. Doodle blue. Nibiru us right now.
I mean, would this be an appropriate point to Nibiru, or should they just, at the very least, they should wait for whatever prank kid to hit the board?
Yeah, they
want
to wait. They want to wait. Yep. Doodle, and then blue. Blue into red.
Hey, we're winning.
I'll start saying them by color coordination to make it a little bit easier on you.
Sure.
We want to add the plan or pranks. My bad, pranks.
It's all good.
Just a prank, bro. All right, so now we want to go into Bow Wow Bark. And then put green on field.
It feels weird not using the doodle, but I guess we need a way to progress the play there.
Well, it's more so because we want to try and play around the Nibiru. They've been hesitating and doing a couple things on there. So what I want to do now is go into another doodle. Because now we're going to use it. Now we're actually going to use it. And we want to send the trap. Special summon blue.
Is it just so we can add back the other 2?
Yep.
So doodle?
And yep, doodle.
And I guess we get red and blue because we have green in hand. So
red and,
if they do nib now?
Red and green.
Okay, but now we do kind of have a problem if they do...
Oh, my bad. Right. It is red and blue. You're right.
Because we have all 3 in hand. I know it feels weird that we have double blue, but the purpose is to See, maybe the wasted nib on just blue,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. So now we do diffusion.
Which one? The this one?
So, yeah.
Is there a reason not to do it on their turn?
You know, actually, no. You're right. You're right. We have to worry about the standby phase cosmic. So, we just activate pranks and kind of go from there on setting the fusion.
So activate pranks, set fusion, or should we set all three just so that they don't find it?
I don't like that one personally. Like, I don't like doing that kind of game, but we activate pranks because we're out of time.
All right. Set pandemonium.
Yeah, set pandemonium. And then attempt to end phase and see if they Nibiru.
I mean, it'd be weird at this point. I feel like he missed the opportunity at that point.
Yep. And now we want to shuffle back our links.
On droll number 2. Or fire.
Close enough. Now we have a normal summon for next turn. Alright, so what are they playing?
So, in your experience, has Pandemonium getting sniped out during the standby phase been very common?
Not so much common, it's just a nuisance. It really is. Ooh, this matchup. I'd put Always Chain on.
Oh, I'm not that concerned about that. But the question is, do we need him now or should we wait?
We wait till they attempt to enter battle phase.
Okay. Always Chain is something I don't generally like to keep on. I can't play that at that pace. Alright. I'm just good at holding down left click when I think it matters. Fusion spell.
Ooh.
During your main phase, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using only zombie monsters you can from your hand or field as fusion material. If a zombie monster is special summoned by card effect, except during the damage step, you could target a set in the spell trap card zone. That set cannot be activated this turn. So currently he doesn't have a material.
We're chaining that. No, he has a zombie and that was special summoned from the effect of that. So we have to do this. Battle Butler.
All the hand? Or should we use the one on field?
All the hand. All the hand. All the hand.
Alright. Because he needs another material to do the fusion. Chain links?
Red, green, red, green, blue, and field spell. And the only reason why is because I read the effect cannot activate set card, and I immediately did that. So we want rock.
Alright, green has to send one to grave. What's most important to be in a graveyard? Do we not want to draw something? Yeah, I guess we have plenty of that.
Spell. It doesn't really matter on that. We want to summon red from deck. And now we want to summon green. So now if he gets rid of Butler, he has to go through double Raigeki. Also, yeah, he's fusion summoning now.
So if we pop him, he might not be able to fuse?
I'd Butler. Butler using Mamiel.
So that means he has to have two materials in his hand, which is unlikely, because at best he was going to have, what, 2 lords?
Yeah, and even if he starts clearing the field, Butler floats into another Prank Kid, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe just puts it back on. Oh, Meister here.
That'll keep Lord and Grave.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Just because someone's asking, we are live. Although, I do believe there's a bit of a delay.
We should win at this point, because we just link 4 into Roaster everything, punch him in the face with a, yeah.
Alright, success. Okay, so that's the end of that match.
I'm noticing a trend.
Yeah, it's hard to get a full match on Edo Pro. Just a note to those of you watching on stream, let me know if there's any difficulties hearing me or Drew, because YouTube is saying there's some connection issues. I'm not sure why. It seems like it's working. It just seems to be on a bit of a delay. We are also live on Twitch if anyone wants to give me a follow on Twitch. I would appreciate that, trying to get the Twitch numbers up. One of the requirements for affiliate status on Twitch is over 3 average viewers. And if people are going to be watching mostly on YouTube, very difficult to get 3 average viewers on Twitch. Not that anyone should actively want to leave YouTube just to go to Twitch. Just, I would appreciate if you watched on Twitch, because I'm going to try and add cool features to the Twitch setup of the stream. I had to turn them off because we're recording video, but stuff like that. All right, one more match, I think. You good for one more?
Sure.
All right, after this match, we're going to go back to the deck list, discuss anything that did or didn't come up, and that'll be it.
I hope we get a full match.
Well, I mean, we are on the competitive server, so of course we'll play against Blue Eyes.
Of course.
The most competitive deck of all time, played by a fake champion, Seto Kaiba.
Ooh.
We've gone first every game,
except
for one game where someone made us go.
I like and hate this hand.
Well,
so we do our normal climb with blue first.
Alrighty, climbing up. So meow, and then we're going to go into... Now, I don't know which one we're going into, and I don't know if there's an actual preference on which one we're going into here.
We want to go green now.
The reason we're doing green first. Do we want to send a card before we draw a card?
Yes.
Okay. Doodle?
So, yeah, Doodle.
So Doodle 1, green 2?
Yep. Because you want your search to resolve, because summon kind of is irrelevant.
Alrighty. So what are we sending? Pranks or any plan?
We're sending plan. Special summon. Rock. Yep. And now what we want to do is the field spell.
Alrighty.
And then activate the field spell. Because I want to go into a different play. We're going to add a red from deck to hand. We're going to do a different play. We're going to do a spicy play. Yeah, we're going to do a spicy play. We're going to go Bow Wow Bark. Banishing the red that we just added.
So we added the red just to get rid of it because we had it already?
Yes. And because I want to do a spicy play.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that.
Broken. What do we summon?
We summon the red from deck.
That's our last red.
That's fine.
All right.
Now we go into a... You know what? We go into a Doodle. We are going to go on a spicy play, I promise.
All right. I thought you were stopping me, so I was trying to slow down. We can use Lampsies again.
No, yeah, we can use Lampsies because we never actually used it.
Yeah, I missaid it just because we saw it so many times.
Special summon. We want to summon the rock. We want to summon Roxy's.
I'd imagine we're trying to get to the Rafflesia.
No. So now we want to link summon into Verde Anaconda.
Oh.
We're just going to be spicy. We're just going to show no respect on Nibiru. And now we want to activate Instant Fusion.
Alrighty.
To summon Rocket Ride. Neither effect. Neither effect. So now we want to activate Rocket Ride. And bring back Bow Wow Bark Doodle. And then we should be able to activate Doodle's effect. Yep. Alright, this is my favorite part. So we want the green one. and we want the Or actually, no, not the green one, not the green one. We don't want the green. We don't want green.
All right.
We want rock and plan. So we're actually going to use plan differently. We're gonna activate Verde. Yep.
Thunder Dragon Fusion.
Yep. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna be a little spicy with this because we've shown off everything, but like I want to show off what this deck can also do. We'll get the green back. Don't worry. And put it in the zone. Oh,
Too
well,
late. Did it matter?
that's fine. You would have made it even bigger if you put it in zone battle bark points too, but it's fine. You just activate the field spell.
Oh.
Oh,
My bad.
that's okay. Now we just set plan and set Tikaboo.
There's no reason to set the fusion.
No, because next turn we'll activate Thunder Dragon Fusion, banish it, get lamps or the green one in hand, then Butler again. So I kind of wanted to be a little spicy on this, show that this deck can do a little bit something like this. So yeah, just end on that.
Gimmick puppets.
Oh, we're fine. Just Tikaboo.
I don't know what they do. I will assume that they're all machines.
They're all machines. They're all machines. They can't play anymore.
Oh man, we did it. We activated a floodgate. All that comboing, totally irrelevant.
Well, it would have been like kind of relevant because if they had Lightning Storm or something, we had backup plans for the backup plans. And the reason why I had the board set like this, Foolish Barrel, that's fine.
I should really redo the thumbnail to be How to Floodgate.
I told you that when we were making this. Like, it's mostly going to be Tikaboo.
I know.
Though this is actually the second game we've had it resolved.
Well, you know, I told you I didn't want to purposely not play cards that people play in real life decks because people aren't here to see the funnest way to play a deck. They're here to learn how to play it for real, you know? Sometimes that means playing boring floodgates.
I mean, we did do the Verde combo.
I mean, at most, what was going to be the big difference? We would have had an extra 500 points. This would have been over here next to Bow Wow.
Yeah, that would have been 4,500. Bow Wow would have been 25, and Verde would have been 1,000.
All right, so
yeah.
Game 2. I assume we're going to be going second. Thoughts on what to do about a gimmick puppet?
Probably droplets. Instead of Red Reboot, I don't. Well, I think Red Reboot and Feather Duster actually might be irrelevant. Same with Cosmic. I think we keep our traps and floodgates.
All right, go with this.
Yeah, I don't really know what gimmick puppets do, so.
All right, I don't blame you. I think I've played them once, and they didn't do anything. So, I mean, if I play your deck and it does nothing, I don't really worry about it until it does something. So, I play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. You'd think I'd play it more.
We've won every game so far.
Yeah. I think we lost the game to Numeron, right? When we got hit with the Lava Golem.
And then they scooped, though.
Well, game 3, I mean.
Yeah, game 3. Once we saw limiter removal, it's like, oh, well, shit.
I mean, I think we were dead before that.
We had the continuous trap, so we would have mitigated any damage needed, and Bow Wow was going to set up for next turn, because we could technically win just really low on life, because we had the extra 1,000 from Dropsies.
Okay, I guess we might have. But limiter removal, yeah, definitely would set that.
Yeah, once limiter removal was done, it's like, oh, we're done. We're done.
All right, our opponent's having some difficulties making a decision to just click that X button in the top corner of the game that just turns the game off forever.
They might.
I mean, odds are that's what they're doing, since you think they'd make an effort to get started and do their combo. I wonder if they are going second deck. Anybody who's watching in the live chat, if you know how gimmick puppets work, are they trying to go first, second? What are they trying to do?
Are we too mean that we keep activating Tikaboo? If so, I'm sorry. I warned him in advance.
we had a different variation. We could show it in a few minutes also. If people aren't a fan. Yeah, of course. Our opponent doesn't seem to want to play, but I don't want to have to restart Yugioh Pro just to go back to the deck list. So I guess we'll give them a minute. We'll just talk to the live crowd. Hello out there. If you're out there, say hello. I saw Yami Yugioh and Thought of Legend out there. On Twitch, I saw Wolf from Clutch's stream and Ichigo. Hey guys. Starting to look like ain't gonna get anywhere. I wonder if they have a really complex side pattern for this deck.
They're probably deciding on if they want to beer or if they want to go first or how they can actually make first plays. I don't know.
Or they went to the bathroom and they're just there. Or they just left the game open to troll.
I mean, technically it times you out when you side deck.
It can, but it doesn't show it. So who knows? Well, the video's getting long anyway. I guess we could end here. We're gonna go back to the deck list.
Alright.
Alright, I mean, I can't believe we lost that game by rage quitting to Gimmick Puppets.
Yo,
I mean,
he just OTK'd so great. Like, I've never saw that Boral and Dragon.
Yeah, it was bananas. Alright, so anything interesting not happen that's worth mentioning? Like, I didn't really see, like, an easy line into Rafflesia.
So, Rafflesia's only really done if you have Instant Fusion and they cut off your immediate summon. What you want to do is try to climb into your links for Bow Wow Bark, and then you would want to make sure 2 Roxys are engraved, Instant Fusion for Rafflesia, and then you would want to just be ready with the trap holes towards either the Nibiru coming up or the opponent's turn. It's an odd tech that like a lot of people don't really like, but like I really like it. It was totally awesome at one point, but then like just learning the going first control, like I'm able to do this. It just kind of worked in my favor. Do you get what I mean? It was more prevalent when I ran the regular polymerization as well. So that's also kind of the reason why. I guess like I can make it, but like I don't need it.
All right, so I think it didn't come up enough to be justifiably played. I don't know if other people agree with it. They may or may not while watching. If you were to suggest something as a substitute, what would it be? Because then the trap holes would become kind of less played and.
Honestly, it would have to be either another Bow Wow or probably Toad.
All right, so Toad
or even
might,
like
So Toad might make the extra deck, and if you had the space, what would you put in the main deck in place of the trap holes? Maybe the third Droll.
The third Droll and Skill Drain.
And now we have room in the side deck, which I'm sure people can player preference on. This seems more or less what I was expecting. Frank's, I mean, plan didn't really come up too much, right? We didn't even link with it. I think we got, the one time we actually went into Roaster, we got, like, Lava Golemed.
Well, the other thing as well is plan is usually what you do when they attack you. The only time someone attacked is when limiter removal was in effect, and we just didn't really do much. So if you want to cut plan, that's perfectly fine. It's just extra ways for resources.
Also, it recycles from the Banish Zone, right?
Just Grave.
Oh. Doesn't something recover from the Banish Zone? I thought it did. Maybe I'm just mistaken.
Thunder Dragon Fusion. Thunder Dragon Fusion does.
Because I thought there was always like a way to like this deck sort of runs out of gas at some point if like they don't finish the game, but I feel like it takes forever to run out of gas.
Yeah, it takes a real long time to run out of gas. In my honest opinion, the one card I've always been like 50-50 with in this entire deck is actually Prank. Until I've started maneuvering it as a way of, you know what? I'm just gonna make sure I have it on standby if I have it. If I want to banish it, I can banish it. But in the end, I'm just able to recycle my resources, put that token on field if they do anything else, and just climb on from there. That's kind of the one thing I'm like starting to lean towards. Previously, I didn't like pranks. I thought it was like, okay, cool, just that goes to Emerald. but now actually utilizing it in a way of token generation, it's like, okay, so I'm able to go into the doodle. I'm able to like go in other combos. I can play under Tikaboo. I can do a bunch of different things. So
Okay, I always like this card. Any thoughts on like there's like a mine version where you play the slow TK where you just kill your opponent over the course of like 8
so
turns?
I have a history with mine. Um, People in Dave's server know this as I'm the guy that will play mine without any form of remorse or care.
Oh, me too. Oh, that's
It's a
fantastic.
fair card,
I mean, it's no less fair than anything else. Um,
right?
Everybody's doing something
But
unfair. You can't really like hate it. But what do you think of it in here? Does it like take too long? Is it hard to keep people under the monster count?
you'd have to do it in side deck because you can definitely win time. Unfortunately, inside, I hate winning time with this deck 'cause I like playing with a good old honor system of turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, but times have changed, and yeah.
Okay.
But
Maybe let's show everybody the other deck list we had here. So like we mentioned earlier, there is a, if you're not familiar with the Yugi tuber Davinator1212, he has a Discord server where we have a little gym challenge thing, and this is like the deck list you play against the people who are challenging the gyms.
this is actually a list that topped an extravaganza undefeated. So
Okay.
I don't like it, but
So this might be a little bit more traditional. People might have been expecting something like this.
right.
All right. What are your thoughts on the
Well,
cards you didn't like? I think you said you're not a big fan of talents.
so I think going first is just so much better than going second. A lot of decks aren't ready to counter against going first, and just having the access to double Raigeki or Feather Duster on your opponent's turn, playing through Nibiru, it just makes it so much better. Tactics, I see why they're playing it. I don't like it because tactics is really, really sacky if you have to go first, or if they just completely play on or like their turn and they don't play on your turn. It's just kind of a dead card. I just don't like desires.
I feel like this
Desires
deck
looks like it's
has.
too costly.
I feel like this deck, where everything's a 3 of, it's probably very manageable in a 40 card deck. But I feel like in most decks, I'd rather just play slightly more cards. Also, in this deck, like talents and desires seems like together they can draw like a poly plus like extra prank kids.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that
I don't know.
these things are guaranteed. I'm just saying like, well, if they're just using them to draw cards, like I think they do need both to try and get enough cards to
But
make
you
that
burn.
work.
Sorry for almost cutting you off, but you burn through your deck as it is with the gash. You saw like constantly we've had like 27 cards left in deck, but
Well,
like
that's
we
because
go
we were
through them.
successfully going through the deck. Like, I mean, these would be like the backup play if you can't go through. Like,
That's fair.
they stop the start. Then the backup plan is to poly, and like we said before, Pranks locks us out of certain versions of the OTKs, which Pandemonium locks us out sometimes. Maybe poly and drawing into more pranks would be like the desired goal here. Not really sure what their plan was.
That's fair.
All right. Anything else that this person's doing that might be worth addressing?
Zeus and Toad's interesting. I know Zeus is just like, yeah, you can do whatever else, but I know Toad, you kind of play it in a sense of like your 2 dropsies, or even like if Dogmatica ever plays Maximus again, you just cycle back your cards. Doesn't really matter. It cycles Roaster, it cycles dropsies, cycles itself.
Don't you usually like in your build? You had 2 of the butler, right? Don't you send it to the
Yes.
grave sometimes, and you can like use it off of Maximus?
So with Maximus, my preferred thing would be Meow Meow, because Meow Meow would just like be just free fodder. And Butler only triggers if it goes from your side of the field to grave. Same with Roaster.
Oh, it says possession. Doesn't say side of the field. Possession is anywhere. That's how Cyber Dragon Nova works.
Huh. Noted.
Gotcha. It happens every time we miss something.
I actually
Every
forgot
once in a
about
while.
that. I always let it resolve and everything. But my thing is with Butler, the reason why I play 2 is because
Well, I guess Thunder Dragon
The Thunder
Fusion's
Dragon Fusion,
recycling.
right? And also because just in case you have cards that banish cards from the extra deck or anything along there with Dragon Link, they've been starting to do that. Like they'll set up a field and then like be able to snipe cards from the extra deck. It's like, oh well, why don't I just have 2 ready? Because like can't go wrong with that.
All right. Let's see. I think we kind of covered everything in here. They're on a Phoenix, I guess. I've seen Phoenix as like a way to play around like Gozen Match before, where you use fire and like the Frank's token, which are 2 fires with different names you can use to go into like a Phoenix. That used to be like a thing. I know I used to play Gozen because of the Goki match back in the day.
Don't remind me of Goki. It still brings me flashbacks.
Yeah, the best deck ever made. All right, so I think that kind of covers everything. Anything else you can think of whatsoever?
Not really.
All
If
right.
I had to do any adjustments to my current list, I guess kind of reflecting over, going over like how it was and everything. As I mentioned, I did take out the normal polys. I might just switch Rafflesia for something else, but I might keep the Floodgate Trap Hole because in going first, you really like that combo and everything. Gravedigger, I can probably switch for something. I'll probably get Skill Drain back in the main deck, but or even the third roll. I don't know. This deck definitely is very resilient. It plays through a lot of hand traps. If it has the proper way to do so. Like if we had the fusion spell, we can play through practically anything. Nibiru, this deck can either play through or not play through. The Verde Anaconda play, funny enough, it was a game I did a couple months in tournament. I did the Verde line. I knew my opponent had Nibiru. I told him with a straight face, I don't fear Nibiru. And when Verde was immediately put on field, they activated it. And I'm like, all right, Thunder Dragon Fusion. And so we just kind of did whatever else on there. It's kind of a bluff if like you're gonna put that point, you put that point. So as long as you play the deck very resource managed wise, it's really solid, a very good deck. It's not the best deck, but it's definitely a strong tier 1 deck.
All right. All right, cool. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Everybody make sure you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. I'm sure we'll be back on with other decks you might want to see. Leave comments, tell us what you want to see, and we'll see y'all next time. Thanks, Drew.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
No
My
problem.
end
Thanks for
screen
having
is
me.
like, my end screen lasts forever, so I'm always trying to figure out what to say at the end. There's a Patreon. No! Too late. All right, cool. All right, so that wraps that up. I'm going to end the stream shortly. Does anyone have any questions out there watching live?
Always happy to help.
Oh, what was that?
I'm always happy to help answer questions.
Oh yeah, man. You feel free to like when the actual video goes up. Like, I think I'm going to make the live stream public so people can watch it. But normally I would edit these before making them live. So feel free to like keep checking the comment section. People will like and hate things we do, almost no matter what the build is. You know, just because it's obviously it's your build and not necessarily like the first place build from whatever. So people are always gonna people hate sometimes. All right, so since I think the stream's running a little slow, hopefully it's not problematic. I see the stream like jumping around. Probably got messed up by the end. Hopefully this doesn't become like a waste. A little concerned about that. All right, I'm gonna end the stream
a lot of
here.
the lines in play